You're watching Crafty Friday in the corner of craft. It's Hannah, and I have a bit of a different video for you today. I am doing a collaboration today with Sarah from SoCraftastic. We are both doing decorative baubles. Funny story, when I messaged Sarah and said, let's do a collab video, and she said, yes, what shall we do? I suggested decorated baubles. Now, she didn't know what baubles were. I thought baubles were a known thing through all English-speaking countries, but apparently not. This is my bauble. It is beaded. It is lovely. These baubles are relatively simple to make. They just require some counting and a little bit of concentration for the first one. It uses a bead weaving technique called netting. So that's netting, as you can see. One of these baubles takes me approximately 45 minutes to complete. So they are a little bit laborious, but I promise you it's worth it. But without further ado, let's get on with the tutorial, shall we? So to make this beaded bauble, you are first of all obviously going to need a bauble. I'm just using this fabulous sparkly one. It is about 18.5 centimeters round, which I think is 7 3/4 inches. According to my tape measure. I don't know, I don't work in inches. You're going to need your seed beads. I'm using size 8 seed beads today. You're going to need about 15 grams of your main colour and about 5 grams of your accent colour. You're also going to need another type of bead. I'm using oval beads today, but I've also used round beads and they've worked fine. You're also going to need some Nymo, a size 10 beading needle, and some scissors. So I've threaded my needle with about 1 meter of Nymo, and to start with, what I'm going to do is pick up 1 accent colour followed by 4 of my main colour, followed by 1 accent colour, 4 main colour, and keep doing this until you have 30 beads in total on your string. You can do this design with a different size of bauble. You might just have to adapt it slightly. So for the first round, as long as it's a multiple of 5, then you'll be fine. It just has to, yeah, just has to be a multiple of 5. So I now have 30 beads on my strand, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. And at this point you can check whether it fits the top of your bauble. And mine does. So now you can tie these two ends together. For the next part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through that black bead, or whichever colour your accent bead happens to be. I'm then going to pick up 3 of my main colour, 1 accent bead, and 3 more of my main colour. So 7 beads in total. And then I'm going to go through my next black bead. And then I'm going to pick up 3 more of my main colour, 1 more of my accent colour, and then 3 of my main colour, and go through the next bead. So you don't technically have to have 2 colours of beads to do this design. It just makes it a lot easier to use 2 colours, because you'll always be going through the black beads instead of the turquoise colour. And so yes, I'm sure you've got the idea. You just keep going until you have completed your circle. And then I'm going through that final black bead. And so now we're going to want to be at the point. So I'm going to go through that black bead and all of those turquoise ones, and then through the other black bead as well. see. And make sure it's all pulled nice and tightly. At this point, what I like to do is just tie a cheeky half hitch, which is where you go underneath the thread and then back through the loop, just in case you drop your work and so everything doesn't fall apart. And that's the first 2 stages done. La 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 la. So for the next row, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 8 of my main colour. I'm going to pick up 1 of my accent colour, and then 8 more of my main colour. Then I'm going to thread through the next black bead at the end. Like this. It looks a bit funny and a bit deformed at the moment, but it's fine. Just have faith that you're doing it right. Then pick up another 8 beads of your main colour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1 of your accent colour. And then 8 more of your main colour. Scoop them down. And then we're going through the next black point that we've got, which is this one up here. Still doesn't really look like anything yet, does it? Sorry. And continue around, picking up 8 of your main colour and 1 of your accent colour until you've completed the row. And so then once again, like before, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through that last black bead and then through all of these turquoise beads and that black bead at the end. So I'm going to tie another half hitch here, which is just going underneath the thread and making a little knot, getting rid of any felt fuzz that I've just picked up. Now we're starting to add our oval beads. So you're going to pick up 8 of your main colour, your oval bead, 8 more of your main colour, and then you're going to pick up an accent bead. You're going to pick up 8 more of your main colour, and then pick up another oval bead, and then 8 more of your main colour. This is why you need so many of your main colour. Lovely. And then, like before, we're going to go through the black bead, the next point across. So it looks a bit like this. And so then I'm just going to continue that process all the way around. So I'm going to pick up 8 of my main colour, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 oval bead, 8 of my main colour, 1 accent bead, 8 of my main colour, an oval bead, and then 8 more of my main colour. And go through the next black bead at the end of a loop. So to help to keep these tight, because they're so long, it can be tricky. So after every couple, what I do, I don't know if, you know, my pattern, I made it up, but after every couple, if you do a half hitch, it will just keep it in place and ensure that your work remains nice and tight all the way around. So yes, I'm just going to continue doing that and then I'll be back. So then, just like before, I'm going to go through this black bead, but I'm going to go quite a long way through these beads. So I'm going to go all the way through these turquoise beads, through this oval bead, pull that through, a half hitch there, keep it nice and tight. Then I'm going to go through all of these turquoise beads as well. Okay, so I finished off this last one. I'm going to go through my black bead here. I'm going to tie a couple of half hitches. And then I want to be coming out of this black bead here, which means I need to go through all of these. So through the first 8 turquoise and through your oval bead, and then through your next 8 turquoise beads, and through the black bead. So now we're in the right place. So your cover should look a bit like this. This is now when you bring your bauble in. You pop it over the top here, and then it dangles. Now if you like this look, you are more than welcome to leave it like this. It will then be interchangeable between baubles, which is quite nice. I personally prefer mine to be nice and fitted around the bauble itself. And depending on the size of your bauble, you might have to adapt this slightly. It's a very easily adaptable pattern though, so it's okay. So I'm going to start by picking up 7 of my main colour, an accent, and then 7 more of my main colour. Then I'm going to go through the next black bead here. And it just brings those 2 edges together. So 7 main colour, 1 accent colour, and then 7 more of my main colour. And then I'm going through the next black bead. So it's the black bead that's between the 2 oval beads. And see? Brings it all together. So I'm just going to continue doing that round, and then I'll be back. So I've just threaded on my last beads, going through this black, my accent bead. See? Ah, lovely. Tie a cheeky knot. And so now I want to be coming out of this black bead here. So I'm going to go through all of them and come out here. And you'll be pleased to find out that this is in fact the last row. And this just brings it all together. So you're going to thread on 8 of your main colour. And you're going to go through the next black bead of the row you just did. And it should make a little triangle. And then 8 more of your main colour, and go through the next black bead of the row you just did. And see? It just makes it nice and snug. It's like magic. And once again, you can tie half hitches as you go around to make sure it remains nice and tight. But I'm just going to continue that all the way around, and then I'll show you how to finish it all off. Usefully, not all size 8 seed beads are the same size. So, whereas for this one, 8 seed beads around the bottom was absolutely perfect. For this one, it wasn't quite enough, so I went backwards and upped it to 9, and now it fits fine. So you may have to adapt this pattern. As I said before, it's nothing to do with you. It's to do with the fact that seed bead sizes aren't a regulated size, which is ridiculous. Okay, so I've just threaded through the last one, so I'm just going to go through all of the next section. In hindsight, I probably could have even done with 10 beads because I have some thread gaps just here, which isn't overly attractive, but it's the bottom. No one's going to be looking there. And then after tying a couple of half hitches, I'm just going up through my beadwork, knotting sporadically as I go along. And you never want to cut your thread off right next to your knot. Right. So snip that bit off from there. Then you can sew in this other end. Snip. And there's your beaded bauble done. It's ready to be hung on your tree in all its sparkling glory. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. You now know how to make a beaded bauble cover of your very own. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a big old thumbs up. Your support means an awful lot to me. And as I said in the introduction, this is a collaborative video with SoCraftastic. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to go and check hers out. Her link is in the description box below, or you can click on the screen and it will take you straight there. I post a new video every Sunday, so feel free to stick around and hit subscribe. If you decide to use one of my tutorials to make something of your very own, don't forget to post a picture of it on Instagram with the hashtag #thecornerofcraft, and so I can see it and check it out. Not only am I on Instagram, but I'm also on various other social media sites, and I'll pop them all in the description box below so you can check them out if you want to. You can follow me or like me or do whatever you want. Thank you once again for watching, and I shall see you on Sunday in my next video. Bye! Distraction. It's kind of forming a shape. Kind of. As soon as I'm on camera, I can't do anything. Ugh, glittery baubles get glitter everywhere. I got skinny mouths looking at this jumper.